Hi, I'm Denise from Whole Plant Food for Life, and today I want to share with you school lunch ideas that you can give your child that are healthy and delicious. With the amount of processed food options out there today, it can be challenging sometimes to know what to give your child. You don't want to just send them with too much packaged junk food, but it's also convenient and easy, and it's a time saver. So I want to share with you some ideas that'll help you to give your children healthy lunches. And first off, you want to make sure you have the containers you need for the foods that you're going to give your child. You want to have a couple thermoses on hand for each child so that you can send them to school with a warm lunch. And I have 2 kids, so they each get 2 thermoses. When one is being washed, I have the other one to use for the next day. Also, you want to make sure your containers are organized so that they're easily accessible. You want to make sure you have things like spill-proof sauce containers if you're sending your child with things like ketchup, for example. So now that we've talked about containers, let's get started with snacks. We're going to talk about snacks for recess and also snacks as a side item for their lunch. Then after that, we're going to talk about actual lunches and the main entree. So first off, for snacks, I'm going to start with some frozen fruit. So what you can do is get a big bag of frozen fruit, whatever your child likes. My child loves mango, and you're going to defrost a little bit the night before and put it in your fridge and give it to your child the next morning for school. And by the time they eat it, it'll be room temperature and it'll be perfect for eating. But you can get mango, you can get blueberries, and you can also get strawberries. I think the strawberries are better fresh, of course. But if it's in a pinch and you want something easy and convenient and always want to have strawberries stored and not have them go bad so quickly, then you can, get the frozen ones. Also, this Bear fruit roll-up is really good. It's just apples and pears for this one. No added sugar at all. Also, I love these That's It bars. And for this one, you have strawberry, mango, and blueberry. And for each one, it's just apples and strawberries, or for the mango one, it's apples and mangoes, or apples and blueberries. Super clean. Also, of course, Lara bars are great. This one is one of the cleanest ones that they have and so delicious, but 2 ingredients only, cashews and dates. And they have other ones with chocolate chips in it if you want something a little more decadent for your child, something a little more fun. Those have, only like 5 or 6 ingredients. So still a lot cleaner than like a candy bar or something like that. So love the Lara bars. Also, usually if you get trail mix, it has oil in it. It's roasted nuts. But you can get raw nuts from the bulk section at your grocery store. This one's a really nice mix of pecans, hazelnuts, almonds, all kinds of really good nuts in here, all raw. And to sweeten it, you can get date pieces and mix it up with your raw nut mix and give it to your child for school. Also, I love these Mary's crackers. These are super healthy. And also these brown rice snaps. The first time I tried these, I didn't like them too much, but then I liked them later, so you might acquire a taste for them, or your child might. But these are very healthy, just made out of brown rice, gluten-free. Applesauce is always a great option for children. So it's just organic apples. Be careful because some of them do have added sweetener, but these are just apples. So this is great. Also, this one is a little bit more, it has sugar in it. So this is a little bit of a fancier food. I don't know if you care to add this, but my children do love these crunchy rollers. And it is pretty clean still. It's just got brown rice syrup, which is sugar, and it also has organic cane sugar and agar. So just 4 ingredients. It is pretty clean compared to other processed foods out there. Of course, there's dehydrated food or freeze-dried actually. So you can get these in strawberry, blueberry, banana, whatever flavor you'd like. Good old fruit is great for a snack. Pears, watermelon, peaches, apricots, any fruit that might be in season is great. Also, hummus. I made this hummus from scratch. You can buy an oil-free one. There's a brand called Cedar Lane, and it's the fat-free version. Not all of them are oil-free, but just the fat-free version is oil-free. And this is oil-free. I'll put a link in the description for a video I made on this homemade hummus. So you can give your child hummus with carrots. You can give your child hummus with cucumber slices, but hummus is great. It's really filling and it's got a lot of protein and tastes delicious. Children love it. Also, we've got corn cakes and also rice cakes. And these are unsweetened and unsalted. And you can just add a nut butter. So basically add sun butter or peanut butter, whatever nut butter your child likes, to the top. And you can add it to the top of the second one and then close it together so it's not so messy for their school lunch. And if you are giving your child 1 or 3 or any odd number where you can't sandwich them together, just cut up a little piece of wax paper, like a square, and then put it on top. Your child can peel it off when it's time to eat it, and it's not messy for their school lunch. Next, my children love seaweed, and so this is just seaweed and oil. I wish it didn't have the oil in it, but I have yet to find small packaged seaweed like this without oil. So I give this to my children. Also, pineapple slices. This is just pineapples in pineapple juice. Super clean, and we don't always have a pineapple on hand that we can cut up, fresh pineapple. So this is great to have in your pantry. Cheerios is a great snack as well. Just give it to your child dry without milk. It's whole grain and it doesn't have any oil in it. Also, I love giving my kids edamame for lunch. They love it too, and you can get it shelled or not shelled. Just buy it frozen and you can defrost some the night before. Another great snack is popcorn. So you can pop this the night before and put it in an airtight container, and you can add nutritional yeast and salt on top. If you want to make it a sweet popcorn, you can add some cinnamon, but this is a great snack for children. So that's it for snacks, and let's move on to lunches. Let's talk about sandwiches. One of the sandwiches I give my children are a tempeh, miyoko's, lettuce, tomato, cucumber sandwich, and the tempeh is oil-free, and so is the miyoko's. Miyoko's is cashew-based, and for the bread, I'm using whole grain Ezekiel. You can add avocado or switch up the veggies any way you'd like. This next sandwich is a sun butter banana sandwich, and you can use sun butter, peanut butter, almond butter, cashew butter, any nut butter, but you just spread it on and chop up some banana slices and it's good to go. It's on Ezekiel whole grain bread. Here I'm making a peanut butter and strawberry sandwich, and I'm using unsalted and unsweetened peanut butter and strawberry slices. I usually use fresh strawberry slices, but I didn't have that this time, so I'm using frozen strawberry slices. And if you do that, just make sure you drain it really well. You can get pretty creative when it comes to adding fruit to your nut butter sandwich. You can add kiwi, mango, peach, apricot, whatever you'd like. The next lunch is mac and cheese with broccoli, and I'm using whole wheat elbow macaroni, and I used frozen broccoli. The cheese sauce is really easy to make and it's delicious. It comes from a cheese powder and you just add almond milk to it. I made a video on how to make this and I'll put a link in the description. The next lunch idea is spaghetti and pasta sauce. I used a whole wheat spaghetti and I used 365 brand pasta sauce that's fat-free, so oil-free, and I added frozen spinach to the sauce before I added it to the noodles. You can add any veggies to your pasta sauce like broccoli or whatever your child likes. Whenever I make pastas or soups, I always batch cook them and I freeze the baggies for later for lunch for my children. I just want to be able to grab it out of the freezer, put it in the fridge the night before, defrost it, and heat it in the morning. It's much faster and much more efficient. Soup is a really great lunch idea for children, for school, and this is a lentil soup, and I made a video on how to make this. I'll put a link in the description. Also, this is pea soup. And I also have a separate video for this, and I'll put that in the description as well. Just put the soup in your child's thermos, and it's great for school lunches. You can give your child whole grain bread or crackers to go with it. Next lunch idea is called molokhaya, and it is a traditional Middle Eastern super green that's nutrient rich, and you serve it with rice. It's Egyptian spinach. My kids love it, and so if you have any kind of ethnic or cultural foods that your family loves, you can serve that for your children. And if not, then chili is also a really great lunch idea, and you just put it in your child's thermos. The next lunch idea is burritos, and I'm using Ezekiel whole wheat tortillas here, and you want to kind of soften them a little bit by putting them on a saute pan and just warming them a little bit. Here I'm adding sweet potato, refried beans, rice, and salsa. You can add whatever you'd like in your burrito. It's a good idea to batch cook a bunch of burritos all at once and then freeze them. Then you can defrost them as needed and you can warm them. Just make sure you don't overcook them or overwarm them because the tortilla can get tough. Another great lunch idea is veggie dogs, and here I'm using carrot dogs. Carrot dogs are super nutritious and they're not processed. I'm using a whole wheat pita and I'm spreading on some homemade cheese sauce and also some unsweetened primal ketchup. I made a video on how to make carrot dogs, so you can check out the description for the link. Another amazing lunch for children is veggie chicken nuggets, and these are made out of tofu. My children love these. They're really delicious and they gobble them up so quickly. But I got the recipe from the Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show, and I'll put a link to their recipe in my description. You can have this with ketchup and just send it with your child in a spill-proof sauce container, or you can have it with cheese sauce and barbecue sauce as shown here. The cheese sauce is the same cheese sauce used for the carrot dogs, so that recipe will be in the description. A super fun lunch idea for your child is pizza. And you can build your own pizza with a pita pizza and put some marinara sauce as a base or hummus or whatever sauce you'd like, and throw on some veggies. The veggies I'm using here are spinach, sweet potatoes, carrots, and corn. You'll place it in your toaster oven at 400 degrees for about 10 minutes. It could be anywhere from 7 to 12 minutes, so check on it. And then it's ready to go. You can just cut it up in quarters and send it to school with your child. This next idea is great if you don't have time to make a lunch. It's Amy's alphabet soup. It's oil-free, and I get it online on a website called Vitacost because none of the stores around me carry it, but I will add frozen veggies to it to make it a little more hearty and a little bit more nutritious. The next lunch is baked tofu sticks, and I serve this with rice, edamame, and seaweed. And it's really great. All you do is chop up some tofu, you cut the block in half, and then you cut them in slices like sticks. Then you're gonna get a piece of foil paper and you're gonna fold up all 4 edges so that liquid doesn't spill, because you're gonna be adding Bragg's liquid aminos, or you can use tamari or soy sauce as well, or coconut aminos. But you're gonna put the foil paper in your toaster oven, add the liquid, and then you're gonna add your tofu sticks. And you're gonna bake at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes. I add more liquid aminos on top of the tofu sticks, and I'll also flip the tofu sticks so that they're well coated. And this is how it looks when I serve it to my kids. I'll add a little bit of Bragg's liquid aminos to the brown rice just to give that a little bit of flavoring as well. The last lunch idea is hummus with toasted pita and cucumber slices. This combination is so delicious, and this hummus is my homemade oil-free hummus, which I'm putting a recipe for in the description. And you can also use the Cedar Lane fat-free hummus, which is oil-free, as mentioned earlier, but my kids really like this lunch. I hope this was helpful in giving you ideas on what to give your child for a healthy school lunch. So thank you so much for watching, and happy plant eating.